Today we're going to dive into one of the rarest and frankly most terrifying conditions known to medicine. It's a disease that strikes at the absolute core of our biology, turning something we all need, sleep, into a total impossibility.
I want you to really think about that for a second. This isn't about a bad night or even a week of tossing and turning. Imagine your brain simply lost the instruction manual for sleep, permanently. This isn't some hypothetical horror story. It is the reality for people with a disease called fatal familial insomnia.
Okay, so right off the bat, we need to get one thing straight. This is not the insomnia you hear about all the time. With typical insomnia, yeah, sleep is difficult, but it's still possible. With fatal familial insomnia, or FFI, the brain's actual ability to generate sleep is physically destroyed. We're talking about a catastrophic neurological failure, not a sleep disorder in the usual sense.
So let's dig in and explore the specifics of what makes this condition so uniquely devastating.
Here's the clinical definition. And there are 3 words here that tell you almost everything you need to know: inherited, prion disease, and fatal. FFI isn't caused by stress or bad habits, it's caused by a rogue agent that is actively, physically dismantling the brain.
So, what is this invisible culprit? Well, the answer lies deep within our own biology, with a normal protein that just goes horribly, horribly wrong.
It's like this devastating domino effect. It all kicks off with one tiny error, a mutation in a gene called PRNP. This mutation causes a normal protein to misfold, turning it into a toxic agent called a prion. And here's the scary part. These toxic prions then act like a template, forcing other healthy proteins to misfold, creating this chain reaction of destruction that builds up and just kills brain cells.
This is why it has familial in its name. It's an autosomal dominant condition, which basically means you only need to inherit one copy of the mutated gene from one parent to get the disease. That's it. And yet, in extremely rare cases, a sporadic form can just appear out of nowhere in people with no family history at all.
Now, this prion attack isn't random. It's not just spreading everywhere at once. It's a targeted attack. It goes after a very specific and absolutely vital part of the brain.
And that target, the epicenter of all this damage, is a structure deep inside your brain called the thalamus.
You can think of the thalamus as the brain's master control center. It's the hub that manages our sleep-wake cycles, it relays all our sensory information, and it helps maintain consciousness. So when these prions destroy the neurons here, what they're effectively doing is breaking the brain's master sleep switch.
And what happens when you destroy that control center? Well, it leads to this terrifyingly predictable decline, a systematic shutdown of both the mind and the body.
The progression is just brutal, and it's fast. It starts with insomnia that just gets worse and worse, along with panic attacks. Within a few months, as sleep pretty much vanishes, hallucinations begin. The 3rd stage traps the person in a waking nightmare of confusion and failing motor skills, which leads to the final stage, severe dementia, and then, inevitably, death.
And it's not just the mind that collapses. The body's automatic systems, the stuff you never have to think about, like your heart rate, blood pressure, body temperature, they all start to go haywire. It's the autonomic system failing, which is just another sign of how widespread the neurological damage has become.
This really gets to the heart of the matter. When doctors monitor these patients' brainwaves, they see something absolutely shocking. It's not just poor sleep. The fundamental building blocks of sleep, like deep sleep and REM sleep, are just gone. The brain's very architecture for sleep has been completely erased.
The prognosis is stark and unyielding. Once the first symptoms appear, the average survival time is just 6 to 36 months.
So this leads to the big question. Why can't we fix it? Why don't sleeping pills work? The best way to think about it is the difference between hardware and software. In common insomnia, the brain's software for sleep is glitching, but the hardware, the physical brain structures, are intact. In FFI, the prions have literally destroyed the hardware itself. You just can't run the sleep program on a broken machine.
As absolutely horrifying as this disease is, studying it has actually taught us profound lessons about the very nature of sleep and human survival.
You see, the tragedy of FFI has given us this unique, albeit terrible, window into the brain. It's confirmed that the thalamus is the master regulator of sleep. It has offered undeniable proof that sleep isn't just for rest, it's essential for survival. And it's even given researchers insights into other deadly prion diseases.
This quote really says it all, doesn't it? FFI is the ultimate tragic demonstration of a fundamental biological truth.
Our brains and our bodies are hardwired to require sleep to live, period.
And that leaves us with this final, powerful thought. The terrifying lesson of fatal familial insomnia isn't just about a rare disease. It's a profound reminder of a simple, essential truth for all of us. Sleep isn't a luxury. Sleep is life.